Brain science says an examination saw that as 80% of individuals changed their looks after a separation. A man with no time who tracks down an approach to invest some energy with you implies everything individuals who conceal their sentiments normally care the most terrible sort of forlornness is the dejection you feel when you are with individuals, unfamiliar ladies, however. A decent man loves one lady 1,000 different ways. While compassing, considering, or perusing tune into music without any vocals, it will permit you to focus better here. And there, joy looks like remaining home disapproving of your business, telling individuals
Good morning.
no.
Thank you
And
for
simply
calling us
doing you
here at the
unfamiliar
reservation
manner
desk.
in which
This
you
is
began
Chris on the
adoring
phone.
her,
Is
and
the
I'll
way
be
she
more
ought
than
to
happy
constantly
to help
be
you with your
cherished
inquiry.
individuals
I'm
who
really
lash out
sorry
with
you
one
were put
another,
on hold
over the
but
most idiotic of
unfortunately
things,
we've had
are
heavy
typically
call
the
volume
ones who
today.
care the
But
most.
I'm
Men
back
in
now,
stable
and I can
connections
definitely
are better
check
lives
rates
longer
and availability
and have
for you.
diminished
Can we start
uneasiness
with
and
some of
stress
your
in the
dates?
event that a man
It looks
cherishes
like
a
your best
lady's
option
spirit.
is this
You will end
Friday
cherishing
at 6
one lady,
p.m.
Would you
However,
like to
in
book
the
this
event that he
flight?
adores a lady's face or body, every one of the ladies in the world will not fulfill him unfamiliar. The most obviously terrible individual to be around is somebody who whines about everything and doesn't value anything works on your confidence and open your brain. Different decisions and perspective. He won't ever underestimate you. He will constantly keep you above everything else. He will battle for yourself. And not with you overthinking can make the brain experience profound headaches, which prompt sorrow. We frequently subliminally reflect the body language of individuals. We feel clung to a man who loves you the most. Is the man who fills you the most truth in about yourself crying? Is very sound tears. Grease up your eyes. Eliminate aggravations and diminish pressure, making you feel significantly improved. Rain research says being distant from everyone else for a long time is as terrible for your well-being as smoking 15 cigarettes per day. He knows you the manner in which he realizes his own shadow, his own spirit, his own life some of the time. Believing a companion is the hardest thing to do. Unfamiliar can turn into your adversaries. Brain science says on the off chance that you prevail in duping somebody, don't imagine that individual is a nitwit. Understand that the individual believed you more than you merited. Genuine men remain faithful and dedicated. They lack opportunity and willpower to search for another lady, since they are excessively bustling, looking for better approaches to cherish their own individuals who are interesting, are popular, assuming you feel timid, while checking out somebody's eyes. Check their nose out, all things considered. Individuals can't differentiate. It takes a genuine man to understand that one lady is sufficient. Drinking liquor during pregnancy can make a kit of changed facial highlights, hindered development and mental or conduct shortfalls known as fetal liquor disorder (FAS). A man generally recollects the one who has spellbound the man's brain connections are more earnestly now on the grounds that discussions become messaging contentions, become calls and sentiments become notices. A genuine man focuses on his woman she merits, gives her every one of his loves, calls her lovely, and deals with her like a sovereign. The absolute keep-going individual at the forefront of your thoughts. Previously, you shut your eyes around evening time. Is all things considered the justification for your joy or agony? Brain science says in the event that you don't control your feelings, it will be controlled against you. You got to prepare your psyche to be more grounded than your sentiments. or something bad might happen. You'll lose each and every time. When you are seeing someone, you think it will endure forever. However, in reality, it just endures for however long you are working for it. In the event that one individual quits working, it falls separated, unfamiliar. Doesn't make his lady desirous of others. He makes others desirous of his lady. Brain science says hearing a solitary negative thing could harm at any rate. 5 positive recollections. Moving away from antagonism is taking care of oneself. Studies have proposed that skilled individuals frequently have a terrible penmanship, since their cerebrums are working quicker than their hands. Unfamiliar doesn't have anything to stow away. He will come clean with you about anything you desire to be aware, since he knows that assuming he's 100 fair with you will trust him. Regardless what counterfeit companions are the same than shadows, they stay close by during your most brilliant minutes, however vanish during your most obscure hours. Figure out how to adore without condition, talk without awful goal, give with next to no justifiable excuse. What's more, most consideration for individuals without any assumption. A man who truly cherishes you and needs you to be a major part of his life everlastingly won't ever give you motivations to uncertainty him. Regardless of how cautiously you pick your words, they'll continuously turn out to be turned by others. Try not to experience passionate feelings for until you complete your schooling. Love doesn't take care of you. Cash does. Prevailing upon a lady doesn't make somebody a man. Figuring out how to prize that hard after its own makes somebody a genuine man. Try not to regard individuals, however awful as they may be, treat them on par with what you are. Life is actually nothing without adoration and care. Give it to everybody, except don't anticipate it back, since it's a vibe, not an arrangement. We don't have to make sense of our adoration. We just have to show it. My dad said there were 2 sorts of individuals on the planet: providers and takers. The takers might eat better, however, the provider rest better. Brain research says without correspondence, there is no relationship without regard. There is no affection without trust. There's not a glaringly obvious explanation to proceed. A kid will let you know he cherishes you, yet a genuine man will show it. Phantophobia is the anxiety toward losing somebody you love. Fortunate is the one who is the principal love of a lady, yet more fortunate is the one who is the last love of a man. Psychology says a research found that 80% of people changed their looks after a breakup. A man with no time who finds a way to spend some time with you means everything. People who hide their feelings usually care the most. The worst type of loneliness is the loneliness you feel when you are with people. Foreign women. But a good man loves one woman 1,000 ways. When writing, studying, or reading, listen to music with no vocals. It will allow you to concentrate better. Sometimes happiness looks like staying home, minding your business, telling people no, and just doing you. Foreign. The way you started loving her is the way she should always be loved. The people who get upset with each other over the stupidest of things are usually the ones who care the most. Men in stable relationships are healthier, live longer, and have decreased anxiety and stress. If a man loves a woman's soul, he will end loving one woman. But if he loves a woman's face or body, all the women in the world won't satisfy him. Foreign. The worst person to be around is someone who complains about everything and appreciates nothing. Improves your self-esteem and open your mind to other choices and point of view. He will never take you for granted. He will always keep you above everything else. He will fight for you, and not with you. Overthinking can cause the mind to experience emotional hangovers, which leads to depression. We often subconsciously mirror the body language of people we feel bonded to. A man who loves you the most is the man who tells you the most truth about yourself. Crying is actually very healthy. Tears lubricate your eyes, remove irritants, and reduce stress, making you feel better. Psychology says being alone for a long time is as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. He knows you the way he knows his own shadow, his own soul, his own life. Sometimes trusting a friend is the hardest thing to do. Foreign can become your enemies. Psychology says if you succeed in cheating someone, don't think that person is a fool. Realize that the person trusted you more than you deserved. Real men stay faithful. They don't have time to look for another woman because they are too busy looking for new ways to love their own. People who are funny are well liked. If you feel shy when looking at someone's eyes, look at their nose instead. People can't tell the difference. It takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough. Drinking alcohol during pregnancy can cause a child to have altered facial features, stunted growth, and cognitive or behavioral deficits, known as fetal alcohol syndrome. FAS. A man always remembers the woman who has captivated the man's mind. Relationships are harder now because conversations become texting, arguments become phone calls, and feelings become status updates. A real man gives his lady the attention she deserves, gives her all his loves, calls her beautiful, and treats her like a queen. The very last person on your mind before you close your eyes at night is either the reason for your happiness or pain. Psychology says without communication, there is no relationship without respect. There is no love without trust. There's no reason to continue. A boy will tell you he loves you, but a real man will show it. Phantophobia is the fear of losing someone you love. Lucky is the man who is the first love of a woman, but luckier is the woman who is the last love of a man.